Hey guys, Brother D, Praise the Lord Radio Show. Listen, very nice pastor, Pastor Phillip Anthony Mitchell, blame black children for police brutality. Listen to this, and then I'm going to give you a rebuttal.
Stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. I don't care. When I was 15 years old, I'm walking down Hollis in Queens. And an Italian cop drove right by me. And I locked eyes with the cop, and we stared at each other. He drove by. My ego and his ego. True story. He comes around the block, jumps out the car, grabs me, and smashes me up against a brick wall. Takes out his Glock and puts his Glock to the back of my head. No cameras, no iPhones, no social media, no recordings. He says to me, watch, say something. And in that moment, I hear the voice of my mom and my father. Son, obey authority. Son, respect your elders. And in that moment, with that Glock pressed to my head, I got to make a decision. Either my ego is going to be strong, or my submission to authority is going to be stronger than my ego. If I let my ego in that moment be stronger than my mother's teachings to obey authority, then I'm hurled into eternity by a cop's bullet. Why? Because my ego was stronger than my submission.
Okay, three things very quickly. Number one, he said he was 15 years old. Cop was driving by, they locked eyes, and from that point, the cop got upset. He circled back and come out, and he puts a weapon to the back of the child's head, and he said he was going to blow the child's blah away. Let me tell you guys something. It is darn right demonic to make a child locking eyes with a cop equivalent to a cop pulling out a gun and blowing the child away. He thinks so little of a black child's life that he is willing to say that those two things are equal in thought, action, and deed. Number two, I need to know why. Since we know that what the child did, which was him at the time, was not criminal, why do he think that a cop has justification to pull out a gun on the child without provocation? Why is it that black people feel that we deserve the harshest punishment for the most insignificant thing? Because a child didn't say, yes, sir, no, sir, that he deserves to be locked up, that he deserves a Glock to his head? Why? And number three, why isn't that being addressed? Why, through his whole soliloquy, through his whole sermon, he says, yes, there are some bad cops, but he doesn't address the fact that this man is so outraged that he can pull a gun from a child looking at him. A man who is trained. He is a public servant. Why isn't he outraged about that? This type of leadership in this area, I'm not saying in all areas of his life, but this type of leadership is dangerous. Listen, black people have always taught their kids to talk. Have your hands 10 and 2, look straight ahead, yes ma'am, no ma'am. But by no means, if they don't say yes ma'am, if they don't say no ma'am, it doesn't mean that you have the right to pull a gun. Why aren't we addressing this rage and this type of behavior in our country, in our world? I'm Brother D. This is the Praise the Lord Radio Show. We got to do better, y'all. God bless.